Once upon a time, before the stars shined and the planets danced in the sky, there was nothing but silence. A deep, endless silence. But hidden in that silence was something magical, something waiting to be born. This is the untold story of the universe, a story that no one has ever told before. Listen carefully, because once you hear it, your heart will never be the same again. Long, long ago, before time even had a name, there was only a small spark. This spark was tiny, smaller than a grain of sand, but inside it was the power to create everything. The stars, the planets, the light, the dark, everything we see today was once inside this little spark. It floated in the empty nothingness, waiting for the right moment. And then it happened. Boom! A great explosion shook the silence, and suddenly, light rushed out like a mighty river. This was the first moment of the universe, the birth of everything. The spark had opened its heart, and from it, the first stars were born. They were young and full of energy, glowing in the darkness like tiny lanterns in the sky. They whispered to each other, "We are the first, but we will not be the last." The stars gave birth to planets, and one of those planets was special. It was small, blue, and filled with a quiet, gentle beauty. This planet was Earth. It was different from the others. While the giant planets raged with fire and storms, Earth was calm, waiting patiently for something magical to happen. Then, one day, life took its first breath. A tiny, tiny creature, so small that no one could see it, wiggled in the water. It was simple, yet it held something powerful inside, something called hope. And from this tiny creature, life began to grow. Millions of years passed, and the earth changed. The oceans sang songs, the mountains stood tall, and the wind whispered secrets. Trees grew, flowers bloomed, and soon the earth was full of life. But something was still missing, something special. Then, on a quiet morning, in a world full of wonders, something extraordinary happened. A new kind of being opened its eyes. It was different from all the others. It could think, it could dream, it could love. It was the first human. The first human looked at the stars and felt something strange inside, a feeling that would never go away. It was curiosity, the need to know more, to understand, to find meaning. And so, humans began their journey. They built homes, created fire, and learned to speak. They told stories, painted pictures, and dreamed of the future. But as time passed, they also forgot something. They forgot where they came from. They began to fight over land, money, and power. They built walls instead of bridges. They chased after things that did not matter, while forgetting the simple beauty of the stars, the sky, and the love inside their hearts. The universe watched, silent but sad. But then, something beautiful happened. Even in the darkest times, there were always people who remembered. People who chose love over hate, kindness over cruelty. People who looked up at the stars and felt the same wonder as the first human did. A mother holding her baby, whispering a lullaby. A child giving food to a hungry bird. a stranger helping another without asking for anything in return. These moments, small as they may seem, are what truly matter. They are the light of the universe, the same light that was born from the first spark. And now, here we are, you and me, in this vast, endless universe, sharing this moment together. Think about it. Out of all the stars, all the planets, all the time that has passed, you are here right now, listening to this story. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe life is not about how much we have or how powerful we become. Maybe life is about moments, about love, about kindness, about looking up at the night sky and remembering that we are all made from the same spark that started it all. So the next time you feel lost or small or unimportant, just look at the stars. They're your family. They're your past. They're your future. And no matter what happens, they will always shine for you. If this story touched your heart, if it made you feel something deep inside, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Because every story I share comes from love, from wonder, from the magic of the universe itself. And if you want to hear more stories like this, more secrets, more untold wonders, then stay with me. There is so much more to tell, and I promise, each story will take you on a journey you will never forget. And remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you are special. You are part of something big, something beautiful. You are the universe's greatest story. And so, the story of the universe continues, just like your story, my story, and the story of every soul that has ever lived. The stars above have witnessed everything, every laugh, every tear, every dream whispered into the night. And yet, they do not judge. They do not take sides. They simply shine, reminding us of one simple truth: we are never alone. Have you ever wondered why we feel a strange connection to the stars? Why, when we look up at the night sky, we feel something deep inside, something we can't put into words. It's because we come from them. Every atom in your body was once part of a star that lived, burned brightly, and then gave itself back to the universe. You are not just a person. You are a piece of eternity, a part of something vast and beautiful. But do we remember that? Do we live our lives knowing that we are made of the same magic as the stars? Or do we let our worries, our fears, our pain blind us from the truth? Think about the moments in life that truly matter. Not the money, not the fame, not the things we own, but the moments when our hearts are full. A hug from someone we love, a kind word on a bad day, the feeling of the sun on our skin, the sound of the rain outside the window. These are the moments the universe whispers to us. This is life. This is what you were made for. And yet we rush. We chase things that do not last. We get lost in our own fears, our own doubts. We forget that we are here for only a short time, a tiny blink in the history of the universe. But that blink, it matters. It matters more than we can ever imagine. Somewhere right now, a child is looking up at the sky, dreaming of the future. Somewhere right now, someone is falling in love for the first time. Someone is forgiving. Someone is healing. Someone is choosing to be kind even when the world has been unkind to them. These moments, small, quiet and unnoticed, are the most powerful forces in the universe. They are what keep the story going. They are what make life truly beautiful. And so, if you ever feel like your life does not matter, if you ever feel like you are just one small person in a big, endless world, remember this. Even the smallest star can light up the darkest night. Even the smallest act of kindness can change the course of someone's life. The universe is not made of grand moments. It is made of small, gentle ones, stitched together like a beautiful tapestry. And you, my friend, are a thread in that masterpiece. So, what will you do with your moment? Will you chase things that do not matter, or will you shine as brightly as you were meant to? Will you let the world change you, or will you change the world in your own quiet, beautiful way? If this story has touched your heart, if it has made you feel something deep inside, then I ask only one thing, remember it. Carry it with you. And if you want to hear more stories, if you want to keep discovering the wonders of the universe, then like, subscribe, and stay with me. Because there are so many more stories to tell, so many more secrets waiting to be uncovered. And always remember, you are not just a person. You're a story, a song, a star, and the universe would not be complete without you. And so, the story does not end. It never truly ends. The universe keeps moving, keeps growing, keeps whispering its secrets to those who are willing to listen. But tell me, have you ever felt that strange emptiness inside, that quiet voice asking, is this all there is? That feeling is not a mistake. It is not loneliness. It is not sadness. It is a calling. A reminder that you are meant for something greater. You see, every soul that has ever walked this earth carries a purpose, a light unique to them. But so many people forget. They let the world convince them that they are small, that they do not matter. They let pain, heartbreak, and failure steal their light. But the truth is, even the darkest night cannot put out the light of a single star. Think of the greatest people who ever lived, those who changed the world, who created, who loved, who inspired. They were not born special. They were born just like you, with fears, with doubts, with struggles. But they chose to listen to that quiet voice inside them. The voice that said, keep going, keep shining. Your story is not over. And maybe right now you feel lost. Maybe life has not been kind to you. Maybe the world has tried to convince you that you are not enough. But let me tell you something. The universe does not make mistakes. You are here for a reason. There is a story inside you that only you can tell. There is love inside you that only you can give. And the world needs it. Think of all the people who will smile because of you. Think of all the hearts you will touch, even without realizing it. A kind word, a small act of love, a moment of courage. These things create ripples, waves that spread far beyond what we can see. Somewhere right now, someone is struggling. Someone is close to giving up. But maybe, just maybe, your light is the one they need to see. Maybe your kindness, your strength, your love will remind them that they are not alone. And isn't that beautiful? That even in a universe so vast, so endless, our lives are connected in ways we cannot imagine. The stars above do not compete with each other. They do not try to be the biggest, the brightest. They simply shine. And together, they create the most breathtaking sight in the universe. So why do we, as people, compare ourselves to others? Why do we try to be like someone else when we were born to shine in our own way? You do not have to be the best. You do not have to be perfect. You only have to be you. And that is enough. More than enough. So, as you go on with your life, remember this. The universe is still writing your story. The chapters ahead are unwritten, waiting for you to fill them with love, with courage, with kindness. No matter what happens, no matter how hard life gets, keep shining, keep loving, keep believing, because the world needs your light. And if this story has